All right, Shalom. First and foremost, to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rabbi Kodash. Double honors to elder apostles, great millstone to rule well. Peace, love, and blessings also to you sincere laborers out there, you brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make that call and election sure. And also blessings to you few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm that fellow servant, Kanakla, coming at you once again another lesson, Lord's will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. This lesson is edifying and exhorting, okay? So I'm gonna get right into it. The title's lesson will be "Knowledge Shall Be Increased." All right, and this is going into the whole New World Order, the NWO. Okay, and this new infrastructure, this global reset. Okay, knowledge, which is pretty much self-explanatory. Knowledge being increased, man. All right, through the technology. All right, so on and so forth, but. The technology, the progression in this technology, the advancement in this technology is all according to prophecy. Okay, because the whole goal is to get rid of the paper currency or the fiat currency and bring it all towards a digital system. Okay, and here it is now in the so-called year 2021. All right, you're able to make a payment. All right, and it is digitally, is through digital. You can wire money or route money to a certain account. All right, transfer it to an account. You swipe your card. Okay, and this is the first time. All right, the 21st century. All right, in the world, in the history of the world, where you're able to transfer wealth without physically exchanging a actual asset, something you can touch like gold or silver. All right, let alone even paper, but this is the first time in human history, the time period we live in now, where you can make a payment or transfer wealth digitally. Why? That's all based off of technology. All right, so knowledge shall be increased. Okay, so this is Daniel 12 verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." All right, and that's talking about Jacob's trouble. Okay, which we are in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble right now. All right, you can see the whole situation going on in Texas. Okay, so it's going to come a time of trouble that Michael the archangel is going to have to stand up. A standard is going to have to be lifted. Right, the angel of the Lord, the angels of the Lord, the ministering spirits are going to have to minister unto the elect in these times, because that's how troublous is going to be. All right, it's not going to be nothing we're going to be able to physically do within our power to be able to survive these times. So that's why the angels, all right, the ministering spirits are going to have to minister unto us in these times. Okay, it says was a nation to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. So there's a deliverance coming in this time of trouble. It says, "And everyone that shall be found written in the book." What? That's the book, the Lamb's book of life. It says, "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to everlasting shame and contempt." Because there's a lot of people whose eyes have been blinded, all right, from receiving this truth. Like right now, as we speak, we got a lot of people saying the mark of the beast is not the RFID chip. Okay? Saying it's something other than that, something physical. Okay? Or saying it's sin, or saying it's sleeping with white women, whatever the case may be. What was it Zabak that said is being a police officer, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody said it, I could be wrong who said it, but some to the point of is becoming a police officer. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. It's absurd. Okay, so let's continue on. It says, "And they that be wise shall shine as brightness of the firmament." So what? The wise, the people that have the understanding of these precepts, the people that have the understanding of these words. All right, because the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. What? So the wisdom to be able to discern the times that we're living in, to be able to discern the words written within his book. All right, and now we're shining brightly. All right, because why? We're being justified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, through their words. We're being justified. All right, and we're being exalted in a way. Okay, not anything of our own doing, but what? By having this knowledge and this discernment, all right, and taking heed according to the word and the gospel. By default, we're being exalted. We're being put out on the forefront. The scripture says, "So let your light shine before men." Okay, what? That's your knowledge. So you whether you go out on the highways and byways, whether you're doing a lesson online, your light is shining before men. All right. So read that again. It says, "And they that shall be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever." And that's you converting, all right, the men to these righteous paths, to the bright paths, all right, to that same path, that straight and narrow path that Yahweh Shai, the first one to walk and the first one to complete it. Okay, and this is the point pursuant to the title of this lesson, Daniel's 12:4. "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, okay, and seal the book, even to the time of the end." So we know that these seals were open, all right, during the time when Yahweh Shai made that great sacrifice, reading to Revelations, the 5th chapter, "Who is worthy to open the seals of this book?" So this proves that when Yahweh Shai died 2,000 years ago, that was the end of days started back then, because he said, "Seal up the book even to the end." Well, the seals were open when Yahweh Shai gave up the spirit, man. It's when he said it is finished. All right, because while the 7 seals were open, John, he said, "I wept because no man was worthy, all right, to open the seals thereof." So that this Daniel's 12:4 proves that the end of days started when Yahweh Shai was crucified, man. Okay, that's when the end of days started. Now we in the end of the last days, man. Okay, it says, "Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." Okay, but we're gonna focus on the knowledge being increased, as far as in today's terms. All right, in the technology, because it's also twofold for knowledge being increased with the understanding and the revelation of this word. All right, the revealing of this word. Okay, which really is go hand in hand, because receiving the understanding that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. All right, that understanding wasn't around at 2,000 years ago. All right, when John received that prophecy, that vision, no man being able to buy or sell. All right, he didn't know that it was an RFID chip. Okay, he didn't, because it don't say RFID chip within the scriptures. He didn't know. That's why he called it a mark or a charagma. Okay, and when you go into those words, it's a stake, a sharpened stake. All right, a wooden stake or a pale, a palisade. Okay, he didn't call it an RFID chip. So here it is today, fast forward to 2021. But the elders been pushing that mark of the beast thing for a long time now. All right, for at least over a decade. Okay, if not more, 20 years, 30 years. All right. I don't know exactly when that prophecy was revealed to Elder Tahar. But, the point being is that it wasn't revealed to John back in 95, 97 AD, all right? Anywhere from 93 AD to 97 AD when he received that prophecy. So in today's technology increasing, all right, also goes hand in hand with the knowledge increasing with the understanding of this word, because the RFID chip wasn't present back then. But here it is now, this technology, knowledge has been increased. So now they have the technology to make a piece of technology no smaller than a grain of rice, no bigger than a grain of rice, to be able to, you're able to make payments. You're able to have your identity put on that. All right, you're able to, your temperature, your heart rate, all right, your blood type, all that is able to be pretty much put on that chip. That information is accessible through that chip. Rather if it's on a chip, because people say, oh, the chip can't be the mark of the beast because the chip can't hold that much data. Regardless whether it can hold that much data or not, that information is accessible, so to say. All right. They scan that chip, and then it leads you to a database, to where that database is able to hold all that information. All right, but that ID, your ID shows up, and then bam, it's transferred to the system, and then all the information is brought up. All right, it doesn't necessarily have to be all held on the chip, all that information. Okay, but the point being is that knowledge being increased within his scriptures and knowledge being increased within his society, all right, within his governing world, all right. The world, remember, world has three different meanings. So the world I'm talking about is it could be the age, all right, the technology within this age, within this eon. Okay, the knowledge being increased because why? Now they have the technology to produce a RFID chip. Back then, when John saw this prophecy, they didn't have that technology back then. So now with the technology being increased, the understanding of this word is it goes hand in hand. Because now we can discern the times, like, hey, what has the capability to do all these things, so where you can make payments, right? So where you can be tracked, to where your identification can be brought up. Then you discern, like, hey, John was talking about the mark of the beast, you know. So once again, the understanding of this, the knowledge of being increased within His word, and the knowledge being increased within the tech world, they all go hand in hand. All right. So let's get into this Revelation 13, verse. Let's start at 11. All right. Revelation 13:11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth." Okay, so this is another beast. All right, because John was living during the time of that the beast, the Roman Empire. Okay, so this is John seeing a future prophecy of another beast coming forth, which will be America. Okay, once again, knowledge being increased. It says, "And I held another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon." And that's talking about America. All right, and those horns will be Democrat and Republicans. All right, I believe the Romans, I forget exactly, I believe is the plebeians and patricians, the plebeians and the patricians. All right, so as you see that same governing structure here today. So America is just the Roman Empire reincarnated, all right, or the revitalization of the Roman Empire. Those are two horns, because why? The two horns is still connected to the same beast, regardless whether it's two separate horns. When you trace those horns back, it go back to the beast, to the head of the beast. So it's one beast. That's why today they use the terms left wing and right wing, all right, liberals and conservatives. Okay, Democrats, Republicans. So it's the same terminology, they just use different names. Okay, so once again, no new thing, as the scripture said in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, no new thing underneath the sun. Okay, so let's go on. It says, "And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him." Once again, that governing structure, the two horns, all right, Democrats, Republicans, and Romans had similarities. So America is exercising the power of the first beast, which was the Roman Empire. It says, "He causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed," because Rome fell down, all right, and it was healed, all right, during the time of the Renaissance, the rebirth. Okay, it says, "And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men." All right, and that prophecy is pretty much on a macro scale is the missiles coming down. All right, America was the only country to ever drop atomic or nuclear weapons on a country, and that was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All right, when they dropped that on those two cities in Japan. All right, because why? Through that power, that great wonders in that power, all right, America had control over the whole earth. Okay, Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right, "He who ruled the nations in anger." This is Babylon the Great. All right, this is Babylon. Like Elder Gabar said, don't look at this place as America no more. Look at this place as Babylon. Okay, because you read Isaiah the 14th chapter, say, "He who smote the people in wrath, the hammer of the whole earth." So when you go back to when America dropped those bombs in Japan, all right, America had the whole world under subjection. Everybody was in fear of America. Why? Because they didn't want those great wonders, that fire to come from what did it say? Make fire come down from heaven. They didn't want that fire to come down from heaven on them. Okay, so those great wonders. It says, "And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles." So fast forwarding, deceive them that dwell upon the earth by the miracles, their technology, man. Okay, look at the animation. All right, they're able to bring things to life through the television, their technology. They're able to put brain chips in people's head and to pretty much stimulate certain senses within their body. If they've been paralyzed, all right, their arms can now move. They can now walk. They can now see. They can now hear. All right, due to their technology. It says, and deceive them that dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles. So once again, knowledge being increased. All right, those miracles. It says, in which had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So America is the Roman Empire. All right, the second leg of the Roman Empire that did live, man. All right, the beast, NATO, the EU, that whole coalition, man, that so-called European coalition. It says, and had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. So they had power. That's how much power they have, man. All right, when you want to revive a patient, it takes power. That's why they use the electricity. It takes power to revive them. All right, that you need power, electricity. So they had that much power to pretty much be as Rome, man. To have, because Rome had control over the known world at that time. So now America, all right, has power over the whole world, all right, as did Rome. Okay, so it says, and had power to give to the life of the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's that power that they have, and you see that right now today. Okay, you don't go by American policies, whatever the case may be. They say, oh, we have a strong military that will just pretty much come into your country. If you don't want to agree, easily we just come over and we just take over your country, right? With just brute force and brute power. That's once again like Rome. Rome was like that iron, man, that breaking pieces all the other kingdoms before it. Strong, it's very strong. Iron is a very strong metal, man. A lot of engine blocks are made out of iron, man. Okay, because it's very strong. It's very strong metal. Okay, so it says, verse 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so once again, the society, knowledge being increased in the understanding of this word, all right, go hand in hand. Because at this time, when John saw this prophecy, all right, the technology of the RFID chip was not capable at all. All right, that's why he described it according to his time period. He called it a mark, all right, a palisade, or a stake, something sharpened to scratch the skin. Okay, sharpen a piece of wood and make a fine point. You poke somebody with it, it's going to scratch, it's going to pierce their skin, man. Plain and simple, a stake. So once again, we have that understanding now, knowledge being increased, the understanding of his word. Hey, that's talking about the RFID chip. All right, it's not talking about sin. Sin been around since Salakia. Sin had been around since the beginning of time, Adam and Eve. So what's the mystery behind that? You know what? That's not prophecy. John was speaking of things. He was prophesying. Prophecy to speak of things before they happen. Sin had already entered into the world. So how can it be sin? You can't buy or sell with sin. Okay, because the next verse says that no man might buy or sell, say that he'd have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Can you buy and sell with Christianity? No, you can't. But this is talking about something physical, man. Something physical. We're dealing with a carnal man here, Esau Edom. He's not spiritual. All right? He's not. He sold his birthright. Esau Edom sold his birthright, man. He's not spiritual. So what? Why would he give? It has a spiritual meaning behind, all right, a physical mark. But this man is carnal. He literally wants to brand you and make you his perpetual servant, a perpetual slave underneath him. Okay? That's how he's operating. He's a physical being. He's carnal. Okay, so let's get, I got two more precepts and we can close out here. This is 2 Corinthians, real quick. Bear with me. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. And it reads, it says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of his devices. Why? Because we're able to discern, hey, yo, the mark of the beast RFID chip. Once again, knowledge being increased. Now you have the infrastructure for the RFID chip, the 5G infrastructure. All right, to be able to get to track it in real time. It's fast. So to be able to track you in real time. Okay, information will be able to be transferred a lot quicker. Okay, what is all in that word of convenience, if you will. Okay, just scan your hand, boop, payment made just like that. Just like that. All right. You don't want to listen to what the global elite say or what your authorities say. Boop, we just cut off your chip just like that. They show once again, knowledge being increased. They show you that with certain apps. I don't know if you got Wells Fargo, right? It was a time where if you lost your debit card, you would have to go into the bank, all right, wait in line, sit and talk to the bank teller, let them know, hey, I lost my card. Then you have to sign some paperwork. And then, at the end all be all, he would give you a temporary card, okay, until your regular card comes into the mail, right? Which all according to Esau is not an efficient system. All right, they want everything to be quick. So now with the Wells Fargo app, if you lose your card, because most of the time when you lost your card, you end up finding it somewhere under the sofa or something. Or in your car somewhere. Now with the Wells Fargo app, now you're able to log in on your app, do it yourself, cut off the card, freeze the card yourself. All right, but that wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for technology, if it wasn't for knowledge increasing. That wouldn't be possible. Okay, app-based jobs. They got Uber, all right, to where you're able to just cut on your phone. You don't have to log in and speak to your boss, clock in. Tenderly clock in and put codes in. Now you just log on to the app. Technology is being increased, and that, all right, that is prophecy, man. Living waters. So let's go back to let's go to St. John. We can close out on this, because you gotta understand. That's why this word is living waters. Okay, it things were set. All right, things were written aforetime. Okay, so if you look at the water, it's living. It moves. It moves, either moves upstream or downstream, wherever whatever the stream is going. It's continually moving. It's a path. Okay, so with this word was written down, but this word continued to keep moving. This word is moving towards the future. Now we're in the future, man. All right. As time went on, his word just kept moving forward. So when John saw the prophecy of the mark of the beast, okay, it wasn't to later downstream, to miles and miles downstream, but what that stream is going to keep going till it gets to you get in a canoe, all right, and you going down a stream, it's going to take you down a stream because it's living, but get into some stagnant water. All right, you just gonna sit there if you don't actually paddle to keep it going. All right, but get into that stream. That stream is gonna take you all the way down the riverbank. So likewise with this word is living water. So once again, that's how we know, man. Knowledge being increased. All these people talking about sin, sleeping with people been sleeping with Jake been sleeping with white women since the damn beginning of time. When they say the sons of God saw the daughters of men and that they were fair. All right, it's talking about all the other nations, man. They've been sleeping with them. All right, King Solomon slept with Edomite women. Okay, come on. That's not prophecy. All right, that's not living waters. All right, we're all the way downstream. We're past King Solomon sleeping with Edomite women. King David as well. He almost slew all the Edomite men. If none would have fled off, then what do you think he did when he slew all the Edomite men? He got some of the women, his concubines. That's just how it goes. This is St. John 14. It's like in 4 verse 10. All right, so this word is, the understanding of this word is always going to be moving forward. All right, it's living waters. This word is never going to be at a standstill. Knowledge is more understanding from this word, and it's just going to keep coming out. A greater and greater understanding is just going to keep flowing because it's living. Okay, so this is St. John 4 verse 10. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift for the Most High, who is it that said to thee, give me to drink? Thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Right? Living water. Because why? This is a woman of Samaria. Okay? Acts she was actually thinking of something physical. But what the living water is this word, and understanding this word, man. Right? It's life. Right? You shall never drink, you shall never thirst. It's constantly living. Just like right now, this word is constantly living today, man. All right? Prophecy. Things that were prophesied 2,000 years ago are now happening today. That's why this is the only book. This is the book. It's relevant, man. It's living. All right? Which show you that there's a divine living power behind this word. Not like the other nations of the other gods that are no gods. They're not living. All right? You know, the things that they spoke of happened during their time period. All right, you want to go into all those ancient books, but all those ancient books, they don't prophesy. Okay? It says, he has asked of him, he would have given thee living water. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with. The well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? So she was thinking carnally. Yes, art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his castle, and his cattle? All right, and yes, he's greater than our father Jacob, man. This is Yahushua, man. Okay, and if you're going on a physical sense, all right, Yahushua, all right, was the father of Jacob, because why? He was Isaac. Okay, it says, and answered and said unto her, whatsoever drink of, it's like, and answered and said unto her, whosoever drink of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drink of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. All right, and this is the word. This is the life, the living water, man. Okay, because here it is in this time. All these prophecies are taking place, and the elect is satisfied. The elect is drinking. Okay, we're drinking continually. We're not thirsty, because why? We have the prophecies. We have the word of things that's happening and taking place right now. So we're not thirsty, man. We're good. We are good, man. We're happy. All right, our cup overrunneth every day. The more and more these prophecies come to pass from this living word. Right, this word, living word, this word is relevant, man. It's relevant. It was said thousands of years ago, and it's happening today. It's this word is still alive, man, which is symbolic. Hey, Yahushua, man, he liveth. He's been risen. He's been risen. This word is proof that Yahushua lived, man. He's still alive. He is alive, man. Yahushua is alive, man, because his word is alive. This word is living waters. Is taking place right now. Current events that this Bible spoke about years ago is taking place. It's happening right now, man. So this is show you that we have a living power. This word right here is showing you that we have a living power, man. Our power is alive. Yahushua lives, man. He was risen. He's alive. And we can see that through this word. Yahushua is alive, and he's coming back, man. Yahushua is alive. All right? He is alive. Yahushua is alive. The Most High is alive. Yahweh, he exists. He's a living power. He ain't dead. And it's made known through his word, through his son, Yahushua, and then through his men. We are witnesses of Yahushua, man. Okay? He lives. Yahushua lives, man. That's why we lively stones. He lives. This word is that's why, hey, Yahweh Shai is the whole key to this whole, is the key to this whole thing, man. Okay? So with that, Lord's willingness was edified. Till next time, giving all praise to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.